What's up, comic fans? And we are in the executive office today, as we report live to you tonight. What's up? Who's in the house? The master of all multiverses has arrived in the chat. What is up, Joe? We were over at 22's channel briefly. Woo! That's what somebody said in the chat. Let's see. All right. What is up? Yeah, we're in a different location today, and I'm still trying to get all set up. And Dagger's over here making jokes. All right, let's see. First off, I want to try to get the game in here because football's on, and I like football. I hope everybody's having great. Let's see. Let's hit this. It's one of these fancy Fandango cable boxes, but we got it. Looks like we got it working. One of these fancy, not cable boxes, but smart TVs. The one that's too smart. But all right. So we got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Houston Texans, or the Houston Texans versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. 7-6 score. Texans are winning. So there we go. Still there right now because it keeps getting distracted. Yo, Canadian Survivalist in the house. What is up, buddy? It's been a minute. How are you doing? Hope your new year is great. Oh, where are you now? I'm in the executive office, if you will. It is an office. Let's get, what is it? This green monstrosity. This is like a Jets throw. Let's get that out of here because we're a Giants fan. So that's gone. That's gone. We're not in the usual location today. Trying a different setup. Don't think we'll keep this. An office for who? An office for you. That rhymes. I'm not Dr. Seuss. But I'm Dr. Riding in the caboose. I don't know what that means. This is mostly just the business office, if you will. So mostly for business. But today I am in here because there's no business going on. Working and listening. All right. Very cool. Very cool. Hope work is not too stressful today. I think somebody asked ChatGPT recently, like, what's the secret to living to 140, which is insane to contemplate living to 140. I'd say like 100 is a good number. I feel like by then the body's worn down enough and the mind's maybe not as sharp enough that you're like, you know what? It's been a good run. But anyway, they asked it about 140, and ChatGPT was like, it's not about eating right. It's not about working out, right? It's not about having fun in some ways, you know, or job or money. It's about stress levels. Control the stress levels, control the narrative, control your life. So Eli Manning. Hey, Eli Manning, possibly, arguably the greatest Giants quarterback. We got Frank Tarkenton too, and Phil Simms. Phil Simms was good. I wouldn't say he was amazing, but he did win, or he was on 2 Super Bowl winning teams, because I think Jeff Hostetler won the other championship in '86 with the Giants because Simms was hurt, I think. And Tarkenton's just a legend. Or is it Y.A. Tittle? Which one am I thinking about? Because Fran Tarkenton, that's not in my era. So I'm speaking out of foot, out of turn. I don't know. But we do have Google. So I'm gonna look that up. Y.A. Tittle, that's who I was thinking about. And there's another one, Charlie Connerly. All right. Yes, legendary Eli Manning. Larry, what's up? El Green Machine is in the house. Yes. Peyton was good too. Fortunately, he had some neck injuries late in the career, but he was still smart enough to be a good player. He just didn't have the arm strength that he once had. Played for the Saints, Oilers, and Vikings. Yes, most famously known for playing for the Saints, and then bounced around from the Oilers and the Vikings. Wasn't as successful. I mean, he wasn't successful with the Saints either, but he's known for giving it his all. Hashtag Drew sucks. Damn. Drew Brees and Dagger's in the house. What's up, Dagger? Who ended up winning the was it Ryan Riley? Was that who ended up winning the Duck? Are you going to film live in the Madison Square Garden of Knicks and Rangers? You know, that's an interesting question. I would do it briefly. I haven't been to a Rangers game in 2 years, I think. And the Knicks, it's been a long time. I went to a Nets game. Easy to get seats recently. Not recently, but you know, I would do that. I would do that. I'd have to get seats first. Yep, Ryan. Cool. Congratulations to Ryan Riley. Mrs. 22 won it and gave it to Ryan Riley. All right. Congrats. Mrs. 22. She's a gem. She's a sweetheart. She's so nice. She gave me an idea for giveaways, like to make some like coasters, I believe. I wrote it down. I think it was coasters. So it was a long time ago. It was all the way back in 2025. All right. So what are we doing tonight? I think we're going to preview. I don't even have a knife. So possibly if I find a knife, probably shouldn't have shown that. Too late now. Already out there. It's all right. We'll show this package from Nick the comic nerd, Nicholas. Preview it because I was going to film a video for this tomorrow. It won't be out tomorrow. Tomorrow will be my new comic book day preview video. And I brought this box of Thor books to open. Yes, Jane Foster Thor artwork. Mostly Thor books in here and some other books. I'm still getting through all the boxes from when I moved, which is crazy because we're months into the move already. And we're still trying to figure out what's in what boxes. But when you move, sometimes you just throw everything together. So it's crazy. Would you go on February 1st? Probably not. I am busy for the next 3 weeks. February 1st. Unless you say you're going to be there, in which case maybe I'll make an exception. But that's a Sunday, February 1st. It's also playoff week. But let's see. Also, I don't think I could fully live stream. I could do tidbits, 12-second intervals of the game. But if you just sit there filming the game the entire time, that's a copyright infringement. I learned that at New York Comic Con when I tried to film a panel, and that got torn down real quick. So, I mean, I can definitely like I said, 12-second intervals, and then have to like not film anything for a while. Keep the camera on my face and myself, but that's no fun. Give a little play-by-play. I mean, I could just team up with Rising Rhino and just do play-by-play from home. What's up, Joffrey? YouTube has gone too far. Yeah. YouTube would definitely give a copyright strike if I film too much live action. Now, if I kept the camera on my face the entire time, they wouldn't have an issue with it. It's when you start scanning the court mostly and the crowd and the audience, then they'll give you the copyright. Hey, you're sitting in a different location. YouTube is all about me. Me. Right? Yeah, Joffrey, I'm in a new location just tonight. Nothing too crazy. I will be back to my normal location very soon. Actually, guys, let me just take this off for 1 second. Hold on. Boop. Yeah, I'm still here. Don't worry. I just want to take off the sweatshirt. Ugh. But I don't want to expose you guys to this lovely body underneath the sweatshirt. What are you talking about? Oh, so Unbelievable in the chat asked if I would live stream from a Knicks game. To which I replied, I would love to, but if I were to try to stream the entire game live, it would let me center myself a little bit. Ooh. Oh no, look at that. There we go. If I tried to I could also just do that. Sit at the game and live stream it and live stream the entire game, I would get a copyright strike. So, and I was saying I did because I did that once at New York Comic Con where I tried to live stream a panel and got a copyright strike. So. If there's a celebrity show, like a real celebrity TV show, it'd be good to not get copyright community guidelines. Yeah. I think anything that somebody else is broadcasting is theoretically a copyright strike with maybe live YouTube content being the exception. But I don't know if I could like live you content of somebody doing something on Instagram. I've heard of people getting shut down for showing content of stuff on another platform. But like if I was showing, like if 22 was still on and I was live streaming his content, we probably would be okay because that's YouTube content and I'm on YouTube. And so YouTube doesn't want to, eat itself, if you will, the snake that eats its own tail. There is in settings, I believe there is a something you could put on too that says people can use my content without any worries. So it is a setting in YouTube. Keep that for your OnlyFans. Right? What's the name of the New York office of Quartz Hall? This office? Or just in general, like the office where all the courts, like the main court? I'm watching the game and they're just showing some custom hard hats. They had both the Steelers and the Houston Texans on it. I guess if you're a fan of either team, that's a cool thing to have. Yeah. I mean, they didn't have it specifically for one team. One team said Steelers, the other side said Houston Texans, and then I think it said wild card 2026 on it. So kind of makes sense. Yeah, it kind of does. It depends where the celebrity guest interview is coming from. Let's say I did the interview. If I were to do the celebrity interview, it's fine. If somebody else on YouTube were to do the celebrity interview and their settings were set to the normal settings, I could stream that interview on my site. But if it was coming off the TV or something like that, I couldn't just do the straight interview. I'd have to chop it up. So maybe like a question, and then like I'd have to do like a response for a few minutes, and then we can do the next question. But it would have to be chopped up and presented in kind of like a news format. I don't know. Like I couldn't just take it verbatim, word for word. This office you're in. What's the name of the New York office? Oh, it's not a court hall. It's just a home office. So I don't know. If I had to name it, I think I would call it, the I don't know. What did I call it earlier? The executive office. That's really what it is. This is like literally a home office. It's a sports room. It's got some sports memorabilia over there, mostly Rangers stuff. Got a TV right there, so I'm watching the football game. Like this is in the house, so it's nothing special. I'm not like reporting from an office somewhere in the city. All right, so we should probably draw a duck at this moment. So let's do that. Ooh, brought up the wrong tab. I don't have my second screen with me. I should have set that up, but I did not. But it's all good. Hashtag. Let's go with hashtag the office. And then let's share that. All right, guys, let me just share this with you. And go ahead and put in hashtag the office. Ryan Riley's in the house, the winner of the duck on 2222's channel. Keep calm. So there we go. And this year marks the 250th anniversary of America. That is true. There's going to be some stuff this summer. Sorry, guys. Put that away. I don't have a license to show off the guns. There's going to be a 250th celebrations throughout the summer, all around the U.S. I know one big concert, like a festival, which is not happening this year in Boston. Forget what they call it, but it's been happening yearly. I think for like the last 17 years or something like that. They're actually not having it because of the semi-quincentennial. I think that's what they're saying. The 250th anniversary is the semi-quincentennial, because of a celebration they're having. So usually this concert in Boston happens, I think, at Fenway, and instead they're doing celebrations for this. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff happening all over the U.S. Let's see. Let's see how it's promoted, right? Is it a celebration of the U.S. or a celebration of individuals? I don't know. I'm hoping it's a celebration of the U.S. Let's Let's make America. All right. So go ahead and put in hashtag. And the 50th anniversary of Sylvester Stallone's Rocky, which is crazy because that means Sylvester Stallone is super old. What is he, like in the 80s? Oh, I just looked it up. He's 79 years old. And doesn't look too bad for a 79-year-old. And apparently has Cliffhanger 2 coming out in the year 2026. That's crazy. Rocky came out in 1976. So I know I wasn't alive then. But wow. That is quite a thing. That's quite a feat to be Sylvester Stallone and to be rocking it for so long. All right, let's see what's in this Thor box. I'm seeing some non-Thor comics. So we're just gonna pull out a big stack here. Let's see what's here. Well, I'll let you guys get in the hashtag The Office till December 1977. All right. So you were, it was it was the following year, but I don't know what month Rocky came out. I got to assume it wasn't December. But let's see. IMDb gives it an 8.1 out of 10. Rotten Tomato, a 93. Letterboxd, 4.1 out of 5. Never really used Letterboxd for ratings. If anybody has, let me know. They have, for Mickey on Google for the cast, they have like the oldest, and meaning like a young headshot of Burgess Meredith, who's like his trainer, if you remember. So he was pretty old by the time this thing came out. All right. We have a special guest. They might be popping up here right now soon. I am cat sitting at the moment. So they just broke into the office. Oh, and a big catch by number 13 on the Houston Texans. I'm trying to read the back of his jersey. I'm not sure who 13 is. 49-yard completion. He's playing the corner. Who is the? Slot, not the corner. Kirk. I think it's Christian Kirk. He's been around the league for a little bit. All right, so let's see. November 21st, 1976. All right. Interesting fact is now, I'm not sure about back then, but a lot of movies that come out early in the year that are within Academy Award nominees get a lot of play again, will be re-released in theaters towards the end of the year. So they all have a shot at being seen again by audiences so that the voters, it's kind of fresher in the voters' minds when the Academy Awards roll up the next year, they're in the running. So what's up, JDG and PNG? I don't know what it's going to read that as. I think I wanted to say JD Pang Da Pung. All right. Real quick, here's a book I think I pulled because if you look for a while, Donny Cates was the hottest thing on the market, but there was a time when Donny Cates was still up and coming, and so here we have. I think there's something behind this. Here we have Relay, Free Comic Book Day, and you'll see Donny Cates is actually the third name here. So it's Zach Thompson, Andy Clark, Donny Cates. And there was a time in the late 2020s, that Donny Cates would have been the first name on the book. I think I brought this with me to a con because he was going to be there. You know, he had a pretty bad accident, and you know, he suffered some brain damage, and it spent a while recovering. And like I said, there was something behind there, and I must have grabbed this. I think they grabbed this at New York Comic Con. Fight as One, Avengers #1 by Jason Aaron. So this came out a long time ago. Art by Pepe Larraz. So for some reason, this was in here. So I probably brought this to New York Comic Con, I'm going to say like 2 or 3 years ago, to get it signed by Donny Cates, and I just never did. Just never got it signed. And I probably needed a place to put this little art print when I got it, so I threw it in with this book. Relay #0. All right, let's give away this duck. All right, remember, this duck enters you into the duck race for the end of the January. So usually the first week of February, first Monday, we would never cornered him. Nope. Didn't even find him at his table. I did pass by his table. I think the one time I passed by, he wasn't there. So, but yeah. All right. We got 7 people in. That seems about right. So round and round it goes. Who gets the duck? StreamYard knows. Dahiger. Is that you there? On one of your burner phones? Dahiger. H1H. All right. So, and then this was definitely another book I brought with me to the high grade. There we go. That's what I was reading. I was reading as dagger, but with the higher. But I think that is the high grade. At least you could pronounce that one. Yeah, right? Oh, man. Whatever happened to just being like Joe, right? Joe. I mean, granted, there's a lot of numbers after that. Now, you guys, you need a unique name these days so you can actually be identified. All right, so I brought this one to New York Comic Con because it's a blank cover, and you never know when you'll need a blank cover. Other than that, I don't know. Inhumans kind of tanked like every Inhuman property, if you will. Even Kamala Khan, who was an Inhuman, became a mutant. So she's like a mutant Inhuman, I think, at this time, right? A little bit of each. But yeah, Secret Wars 0 variant edition. You never know when you'll need a blank cover. That obviously did not get used. I brought this with me. Trish Forstner, Stray Dogs. I saw her numerous times. Table was a little busy. These are like books that just did not did not get any love while I was there. Just totally didn't do anything with them. Here's a cool book. The Death of Doctor Strange, #1. You kind of see like the normal painted face here. And then the Eye of Agamotto, and it looks like a little bit of death on that side. Not quite sure who did this variant cover. And I feel like this variant cover was, I think, the eBay variant cover. Like this book was given out at the eBay booth. Yeah, there it is. So this is a New York Comic Con exclusive. Death of Doctor Strange. Right, I like the coloring. Sweet blank. I have a short box full of blanks now. Nice. Well, you get so many covers these days now. It's crazy how many covers you get. You know, I probably should start getting some of those. It's you and Rob Fatstacks. You guys love your blank cover, sketches. So that's cool. Oh, Ron, you are so... Yes, now that I look at it like that. Ron, I think you're right. It also says that he was born in 1977, right? So if Joe was born in 1977, that means it was somebody who was born in like the same year. Interesting. Nice colors. Interesting cover, right? I think so too. Doctor Strange. Now he's just, I don't know, he's just Doctor Strange. No longer the Sorcerer Supreme. Batman #28. Looks like they threw away the key, the Bat key. But this is fun because you have Scott Snyder and James Tynion, the fourth, on here, and Dustin Nguyen, who's a really good artist. But interesting fact is that, Scott Snyder was a teacher. I think he still does teach. I want to say it's either NYU or Columbia, somewhere in New York. He does writing. And James Tynion, I'm not quite sure if he took one of his actual courses in college, but James Tynion is a student, disciple, he was mentored by Scott Snyder. So, you have them working together, which is great. You had Scott worked on Batman for a while, and then James Tynion worked on Batman for a while. So that's pretty awesome. Joe is old as balls. But how old is balls? Like, really? Here's another New York Comic Con exclusive. This is called Steak. What's cool is this blood splatter is actually foil. Excuse me. It's like foil blood. So that is really cool. It has texture to it. So, we don't have touch, on our TVs, on our screens, but it's pretty cool. And then the backboard, this is actually written on the backboard, subscribe to. I actually have to change out this backboard because this part is not the coated part, and which is supposed to protect your comic from damage from paper paper on paper, the acid in the backboard. So I actually change out this backboard. So thank you for being with me as we work that out. But this has a dual cover. So on the back of here, you have a much more darker version of the cover, complete with a much more voluptuous heroine, I guess you can say. Again, same concept though. It has this this blood splatter that is textured, and you could see it kind of shining here, so maybe you get a better idea that it's raised. But what Texans just scored a touchdown. Looks like off a turnover, possibly a fumble. Have to wait to see what the replay shows. I do have clear backboards, so I think I'm definitely going to put this comic in a clear backing board so that we can see it from both sides. All right, I'm trying to see what happened here. Let's see. Ball was snapped at the 40. Yeah, they sack Aaron Rodgers, recovered the ball, defensive lineman, and then he just goes rumbling for about 38 yards. Now, Rodgers gets hit in the head, and theoretically, if a quarterback gets smacked in the head, that's supposed to be an instant penalty. But it looks like they missed it. It'll stand. The score is 17-6, Houston Texans over the Pittsburgh Steelers with 11:23 left in the fourth quarter. Do you need some private time with that cover, Cuppy? Got all the time in the world. The Otaku Mike. What's up, Mike? How are you doing? Guys, go check out Mike over on his channel. Let's see. I know Mike dropped a new video. Like I want to say, is it Comic Book Haul? Yeah, so he dropped his Comic Book Haul less than a day ago, and then did the review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Battle Nexus #1. That was 3 days ago. And then he had an awesome, about a week ago, he went traveling to a comic book shop, and it was awesome. So, yeah, go check out the Otaku Mike. Ton of subscribers, by the way, almost 2K. So that's awesome. And, yeah, he's doing some good work over there, guys. So go give him a follow. Go check him out. Let's see. Can I share it? Oh, there you go. The Otaku Mike. All right. Also, guys, Dagger is doing a fundraiser, right? So he's doing Dry January in doing this off the top of the dome in memoriam of his dad who passed from esophageal cancer. So he's doing it for the Canadian Cancer Society, right? Correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, Dagger. So, yeah, go check out Dagger and his fundraiser. And, Dagger, go ahead and throw in your link for your fundraiser as well. 10 years, David Bowie died. Yeah, 10 years ago, David Bowie passed away from cancer. I am 99.9% sure he passed away from cancer, which cancer sucks. And Alan T. And Alan Rickman. Well, it sounds like 10 years ago was a horrible time. Yeah. Alan Rickman seemed to come out of nowhere. David Bowie kind of knew he was sick, but Alan Rickman, I don't think I knew he was sick. And then we found that he was. Oh, no problem, Otaku. Anytime, Mike. And there is Dagger's link. So go check that out as well. Yes, sir, you are correct. Day 12 today. Day 12 of being dry. Congratulations. That is no small feat. You know who else doesn't have small feet? Magic. Possibly a bad, horrible segue, but this is Thiago Silva. This is also a New York Comic Con exclusive from the Comic Mint. And this is Realm of X. Also sliding the backboard up and down your comic. Bad idea. Because it could take off the ink. It's just a bad form. Here's another New York Comic Con exclusive. This is I forget what comic this is, but if you have the Invincible Iron Man #1, if you had the Marvel Universe app and went to New York Comic Con, you got this little Jeff the Landshark variant for free. You also got Pizza Dog. What's Kitty Pryde's dragon's name? Drawing a blank at the moment. And I'm not really sure what X-Men cat this is. Lockheed. That's Lockheed. Yes, Lockheed. So, any Liefeld characters? What do you not like feet? This was a giveaway 2 years ago at New York Comic Con. Ghost Machine #1, the Ashcan variant. So that was a pickup at New York Comic Con. Just got a bunch of New York Comic Con pickups. We have Geiger Ground Zero Ashcan edition. It says it right there. They were giving these away for free. And honestly, I should have grabbed a couple of extra ones just to put into giveaways and stuff, but I did not. No idea where this came from, but here's a little BB-8 art card. I guess the artist did sign right here. So if I remember what artist this was, I could tell you, but I do not remember. But if anybody knows this artist signature, feel free to let me know. I don't even know if this comic imprint exists anymore, but this was Tripwire Comics, and they were doing a Sherlock Holmes book. So yeah, they had a Walt Simonson cover and a Marco Chiarello cover. So this is probably Walt right here. But yeah, I don't know. And then cool art, right? There's some good art. This was a freebie. I won this. Like I spun a wheel or something. And I'm pretty sure this was a freebie. But this is Deathstroke the Terminator #5. So if you're a big Deathstroke fan, by the way, the last issue of, well, not the last issue, the Arkham first issue, which would have been the last published issue of the Absolute Universe, Absolute Arkham #1, had the first Absolute appearance of Deathstroke. I bought these at New York Comic Con. And yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it. And the cool thing about this is proceeds for this went to help abused animals. So that was good. But this is Calico. Here comes Calico #1. This is from Sigma Comics. So I think I bought the first 2 or 4 issues. Here's issue 2. Legion of Comics. Mark had some good words to say about that. Said it was a good series. So I have at least the first 2 issues there. Here's another one of those Marvel Universe Jeff the Landshark variants. Here's another one. Apparently, I picked up a bunch of those. Here's another. Oh, I guess I did get 2 of these. The Geiger Ground Zero ash cans. So now we're just re-showing comics. Either that or I put this pile back down on this side and not that side. Ghost Machine #1 ash can. There's some cool free comics when you go to New York Comic Con. I didn't see how the Steelers got the ball and then lost the ball again. So the Texans now have the ball inside their own 20 with 9 minutes and 12 seconds to go, up by 11. Steelers really need a stop. This book is doing quite well. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, issue #1. This was a freebie. I went to a panel and that was in my bag. And then this was also a freebie in the same bag. This is Star Trek The New Worlds, the Scorpius run. #1. This is the Mike Cho 1 in 25 variant. So they just gave a 1 in 25 variant away for free, which I'm not complaining about. Yo, Chop and Drops in the house. What's up, Daniel? Chop and Drop 2013 in the house. I like free. I like free too. Free is for me. It's free for you because free for me. All right. Nico Collins out of the game with a concussion. That's big for the Texans. That is bad. What's up, buddy? All right, so those were some comics that were in the box. This is a Thor box, though, so we do have some Thor in there. So let me see if I can. I do want to open this package, though, but I didn't bring a knife. Let me see if I can find a knife. And if I can't find a knife, then we're just going to keep going through that box. In the meantime, though, let me set up another duck race. Not duck race, sorry. Just another duck giveaway. Let's see. What should this next hashtag be? Thor. Yes, please. Yeah, I know you're down with the Thor. You want to get down with the Thorness. Get it? Because it's like Thorness, like Thor, and like soreness, Thorness. All right. Let's go with hashtag yes, please. All right. So let me turn this back on. All right. So I'm going to share the giveaway. And in the meantime, while you guys are putting that in, I'm going to look for a sharp instrument of destruction. And while you're here, don't forget to hit that like button. Yeah. Yes, please. You should do a Thursday script. Right? That would be interesting. I like money. Frito. Thor Hammer, smash the like button. Thor Hammer, smash the like button. There we go. All right. So I found this knife. I mean, it'll work. All right. So, like I said, this is from Nick the Comic Nerd. Roscoe, geeking out with Roscoe. I know some of you out there know Roscoe. He also won a giveaway from Nick. So Nick's been doing a couple of giveaways. He did a couple of them last year. And yeah, really really cool guy. Really cool guy. I met him briefly at my 50 Cent warehouse. I guess you could say our 50 Cent warehouse. He actually donated a bunch of books too. I think maybe he was just trying to make space. He was trying to figure out the best way to do it. And so he donated some books to the warehouse. He's been giving away some books. So I think he was really just trying to pare down his collection. But really, really cool that he would, just give it away, not even asking for anything for him. So awesome guy. What's in the box? So we opened the box and we pulled out the comics, including whatever this is. That looks like it needs a new backing board, which is fine. They were free. I won from Nick on YouTube a while. You've won from everybody, Dagger. You don't count. But all right, we'll show off a couple of things. So Scout Comics was doing these comic tags that were in the mystery mail call. They're like sealed, so it's not even you can't like open it without breaking the seal. But there's a digital code in here, and then you have the card. The code is inside. So you go to comictags.com, use your unique code, download your digital comics. So you got digital comics in here. So this was Tart. Some of the artwork, I guess, from the comic. So I have a couple of these too. Actually, honestly, I don't know where I put them. And then there's some Pokemon stickers. So I'm not even sure who this Voltron looking Pokemon is. But if you know, I don't know, put it down in the comments. I have some nieces, some nephews, and some Pokemon fans who those can go to. Oh, and it looks like the Texans score again, another touchdown in the fourth quarter. It's 23-6. It's probably going to be 24-6 very soon. Ouch. When the score was, 17-6, that's a lot more achievable. There's only 3:38 left, right? That's an 8-point, a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and then a field goal. If it becomes 24-6, that's 18 points. That's 3 scores. That is difficult to do with only 3:38 left. Hashtag Pikachu. I believe that it's not a Pikachu, Daniel. I don't know how to tell you this. I'm sorry, bud, but I'm going to go with not Pikachu. Not Pikachu. All right, let's go ahead and draw this. Round and round it goes. You knock me round, baby, round, right, round. When you go down, baby, when you JDGNPNG 3043. You get a duck. All right. So again, for those of you who are first-time duck winners, these ducks enter you into the end of the month giveaway, which I do actually the first Monday of the following month. So these are for January, but I will do it the first Monday in February. So come back, be here to see if you win, because that's when I do the duck race. There you go. So you guys have what? Now I feel deceived, right? Who? Yeah, man. Not Pikachu. Yep, no, this is the right way. Not Pikachu. I don't know who told you that, but not Pikachu. Congrats, JDGNPNG. PNG. It's a type of file, video file, actually, like for pictures. PNGs. Nice, indeed. All right, let's see what was in the box. Oh, that's a dope comic. We're gonna save that one for last because I feel like that is that one's probably worth at least $10, if not more. So that's a pretty awesome pull. I think I have this one. Pretty sure I do. This is not where if you win the duck race, you win a mystery comic pack, which you should receive sometime before the end of the year or next. Yes. Ain't that the truth? I actually have 2 packs made up. I think it's one for you and one for Naman. Joffrey has a bigger package, so I gotta put that one together. And then Dagger has a box that I still need to add more comics to. But this is a true description of the duck race winning. Oddly enough, somebody bought a comic book off me for $50, and it only took me 1 day to send it out. So if anybody feels inclined to give me money, I will send out your package way sooner. Also, it was 1 comic I had to grab, not 4 to 5. So I heard Pokemon and automatically think Pika, 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 Pikachu. I know. I grew up with the original 150 and then the 151, and then once Mewtwo, everything happened after Mewtwo, and they added extra ones. By then, I was already kind of too old for Pokemon to begin with. Though I felt the Game Boy Color game was dope. I was around when the first few games came out, so I was there for red and blue and yellow, and I think there was gold. There was definitely sapphire, emerald. I was there for a bunch of them. I think there was black and white. By then, I was already out of it. Once it left Game Boy and was like on a DS, I was out. But I think I was saying, Patrick, the Wolf Boy by Night, #1, All Year Comics Group. I think I already have this one, but this is cool. This is cool to have for the kiddies too. But this is an exclusive, I'm pretty sure. Not the something happened. I don't know what's happening. They're saying there was an interception, but not quite sure. Is it an interception? If it is, this game's done. Yep. Look like an interception and a touchdown return. So that is, wow, 30-6. This game's over, Rock. Yeah, this is a Comic Tom 101 exclusive with art by Art Baltazar. Also, Whatnot. Comic Tom labels up there. Whatnot down here. Pretty cool back to the book by Art Baltazar. I met Art Baltazar at New York Comic Con years ago. Cool dude. They were doing like these little freebie sketches, and that was awesome. So that's a cool book. What else? We have Swamp Thing, Future State #1. Ram V wrote this one. If Cuppy starts walking now, I might get my comic sooner. I mean, I'm only like one state away, right, from Canada. I just keep walking, walk right up. Is it 95? Take me right to Canada. But that's how giveaways work, Will. You are the one who's responsible to get your items people want out to them. That's true. And they do get there. They get there eventually, right? So what you want for that ASM 700? I want to see what's in the box. That's funny. ASM 700, that's my only real, well, that's the only signature I witnessed by Stan Lee. So that one I think is gonna stay with me for a while. I thought the same thing with the Packers game. Yeah, I mean the Packers, that seemed like it was done, but it really wasn't done. But this one, I mean, there's only 2 minutes, 39 seconds left. And 24 points down. That's a lot. 3 touchdowns and a field goal in 2 minutes, 39 seconds. That's going to be rough. We'll have to see if Aaron Rodgers comes back for another season. All right, we have Justice League number 37. Not quite sure who the cover artist is on this one. It's reminiscent of Alex Ross, but it's definitely not Alex Ross. But if the artist said it was inspired by Alex Ross, I would believe them. And then we have issue number 38 of the Justice League. Same artist. Different different design now, right? Different aesthetic, if you will. Anything can happen in No Fun League. That's true. That's true. We haven't seen the script yet, so we're not sure. Stan the Man Lee. I know it's not going anywhere, but we'll say honestly, I'm jealous of anyone that has a Stan signed book. Yeah, I think a buddy of mine, I mean, he didn't get it in person, but I think a buddy of mine actually pulled, it was like a random book, but it was signed by Stan Lee. Got it off of eBay. I think he said for like $1 or something, $2. With shipping, it probably came out to almost $10, but still, he bought a Stan Lee autograph for a couple of bucks off of eBay. That's crazy. Are the artist initials AI? No, it looks like the artist initials are JJG or JJB, NES. Let me see. That's the artist. That's the artist signature right there. So, does that look like AI? No. Are the artist initials? Jim Lee said there would be no AI at DC. Yeah, I mean, artists may try to get away with it. You never know. You just never know. I mean, they know. They have ways. I mean, if they have 6 fingers. I think Jim Lee did a spoof. He was trolling on Instagram or something and had a cover that he did and added like an extra finger or something like that. So it was pretty interesting. I see what Ron did there. Right? I know, stand for $10, but that just, shows like if you're have an eye out too. This was a couple of years ago, but if you have an eye out, you never know. Like some of the typically, if a auction ends during the day while people are in work or real late at night, let's say like 3 or 4 in the morning, you have a much better shot at getting that comic at a good rate because people are sleeping or at work. If it's an auction. So those are things to look out for when you're looking for these, specialty autographs. Here's a book, Call of Duty #1, The Wagon. This is a David Finch cover. So that's pretty cool. Look at the time. It's 11:12. I didn't even realize that. Here's a series. I've been thinking about doing a let me know if you'd be interested in it. Like a comic review where I kind of go into the books and I don't just give you my opinion after reading it, but we kind of break it down, a couple panels, just kind of show you some highlights from the book, just more of a one issue, one episode thing. So instead of me being like, here's my comic haul and here's my thoughts on like 14 different books within 2 seconds for each, just spend like, one book, 10 minutes on one book and just really say like, here's some panels from inside of it. Obviously I can't read the whole book to you. I mean, who wants me to read a whole book to you anyway? But just pick some of the key notes from the issue, some of the key moments, the inciting action, the rising action, the resolution, if there is one, and cool panels. So that could be a thing I'm thinking about doing. But Robin was one of the ones I thought about covering, the Robin miniseries, which went on for a while because this is issue 13. Pretty dope cover. I think I was looking to see who did the art. Cover by Crystal Kung. All right. Looks like an animation kind of cover. So we're going to put this in somebody's box, I think. Maybe the David Finch I'll part with. And I'm pretty sure I have the whole Justice League run. That is this Priest. Yeah, I think this was right after... Yeah, it was Priest... I don't know if this is the same run that Scott Snyder did. But let's see. All right, this is the second to last book. We got Marvel 100th Anniversary Variant Edition of Spider-Man. What time are you not going to read us a bedtime story? Sniff, sniff. What? You are not going to read us a bed. I don't know why I had a time. What? You're not going to read us a bedtime story, Sniff? I'll do bedtime. We can have a bedtime with Cuppy. All right, so the Houston Texans officially win the game's final now. The 12-5 Houston Texans beat the 10-7 Pittsburgh Steelers 30-6. 24-point drubbing, if you will. 3 touchdowns. Texans kind of went off on them in the fourth quarter. Crazy stuff. Was this Aaron Rodgers' final game? Maybe, maybe not. I know Aaron Rodgers probably didn't want to go out this way. So we'll see. It really depends on him. How does he feel about it? Does he want to go out that way? So this is an In-Hyuk Lee cover. And trying to see who did the interiors on this. In-Hyuk Lee. But this, oh no, never mind. This is a Alexander Lozano cover with In-Hyuk Lee interiors. Because this is the variant of the 100th anniversary Spider-Man. I have no idea this book existed, honestly. Not something I knew existed. Here's some In-Hyuk Lee interiors. Really known for his covers. But oh, here's the Kingpin. Very rare that I've seen Inyuk Lee interiors. So this is, I don't want to say a treat, but this is something different. Right? Known a lot for its covers again. Inyuk Lee, Venom. Looks like Peter. So pretty cool. All right, this is the second to last. This I might actually keep just because I'm a Spidey fan and I'm not I wasn't familiar with that book. So I mean, SIG is pretty easy to duplicate. I may have to start my own Black Web Stan signed books. I just want to say, if you see me post a Stan signed book, don't buy it. There you go. David Finch. Yes, David Finch. Great artist. Great artist. Spider-Man. Spider-Man does whatever a Spider-Man can. Old Man Rogers can only do so much. That's true. That's true. I thought the game would be a little closer. Honestly, a friend of mine who's a Steelers fan asked me like what I thought the spread of the game would be, and I didn't want to hurt his feelings, so I said Texans by 3, but the Texans won by 24. I honestly wanted to say Texans by like 11. I still would have been 13 points off if I had said that. So, Spidey for life. All right, this is the big book, and I think after this, guys, we'll call it a night. It's been fun. This is definitely a What Not or Comic Tom exclusive. I'm gonna go Comic Tom exclusive. Looks like a wraparound cover. Battle Damage. This looks like the Virgin variant. Invincible. Now, which issue of Invincible is this one? And then I think maybe we'll do some research to see what kind of book Nick, the comic nerd, sent us. Yeah, it looks. All right. So it's a Comic Tom Mill Geek Comics exclusive, but it is a wraparound. It is issue 1, and I want to say it's Invincible, but I can't confirm or deny without opening it up. It is Invincible. All right. So now what I want to know is who, because I feel like I don't know. I feel like Invincible books blew up, right? Even these variants that came out very late in the game. So I feel like this is at least a $10 book. So I can go on eBay and look it up, but I'm not sure who the cover artist is. So we're going to go to cover price and take a look there and see what Nick hooked us up with. If he hooked us up with anything. I think he has. My Cowboys are out, so I'm rooting for the Bills. Unfortunately, if not the Bills, then the Seahawks, the Hawks of the Sea, the Hawks of the Sea. I think the Seahawks, according to Vegas, are the sports books, is the favorite to win the Super Bowl, and the Bills are the fourth favorite, I believe. So we'll see how it changes after all the games happen this week. But let's see, who are the favorites to win the Super Bowl? Seahawks, the Rams, the New England Patriots, and then the Buffalo Bills. I'll be rooting for the Bills. I mean, they're the only New York team still in the hunt. In the NFC, I like the Seahawks and I like the Rams. And I have family members who like the 49ers. So that's going to be rough. But I think if the Seahawks won, I would be fine. And if the 49ers won, I'd be fine with that too. All right, so we're going to look for this cover here and see what kind of book we have. These books went insane. These Invincible, Battle Damage, Tyler Kirkham books. Look, the one in the 150 gold foil reprint goes for over 9.2, goes for over $1,000. Insane numbers for new modern books. And then these Omni-Man ones also kind of went insane. Not as insane, but still pretty crazy. Oh, here we go. These are the ones. Wraparound, John Boy Myers. Oh, look at that. The Comic Tom wraparound seems to go for more than, with the trade dress, than the Virgin. And sorry about the runny nose, guys, but I was cleaning today, and I think it's just finally getting to me, all the dust. Should have stopped right before the show. But I was watching the football game, and sometimes while you're watching the football game, you're like, I want to do some stuff. Rams are a city team. They flip more than a coin, kind of like the Raiders. At least the Bills and the Seahawks stay loyal to their city. Right. They're not leaving. Like the Rams are kind of like mercenaries, right? The Rams just kind of go where they want to go. But they were St. Louis, and then they were LA, and then the Rams. Where'd the Rams go after LA? Right? And then they came back to LA. Craziness. And the Raiders for a while, I mean, were loyal, right, to Oakland. I think it was a combination of both. I don't want to put it all on the Raiders. I feel like the Raiders were there for a while, but I feel like they wanted the city of Oakland to kind of support them more, give them more money for a stadium and stuff, and I don't think that happened. Because, I mean, you see the same thing with the Athletics, right, in baseball. They left Oakland, too. I don't know all the specifics. So, like, did they want more money than other teams have asked for? I don't know. I didn't check that out. But I feel like maybe Oakland kind of let down the sports franchises by not shelling out some money, causing a baseball team and a football team to lose. But I don't know. I don't know the specifics. So I can't get too much in that. Here we go. Wraparound Virgin. So this is the one that Nick sent me. This seems like a pretty big book, right? So, I mean, you got Invincible here, John Boy Myers Wraparound Virgin cover. Reprints for first full appearance of Invincible, first appearances of Omni-Man and Titan. Last recorded sale for a 9.8 was $225. Now, I don't know if this is a 9.8 or not. It's possible it is. I could send it to CGC. Could send it to my press guy, but that's insane. Most common slabbed is $177, and most common raw 9 to 9.4, $35. 0.19% trend up. So that's kind of insane. A 10.0 went for $1,896 in December of 2023. We kind of know those times are gone. Books are not selling for that high now. We're kind of in a slower part of the market for books. Doesn't mean things aren't picking back up with speculation and all that stuff, but it is not as high as it used to be, especially in 2022 and 2023. Raw comic sales. One of these went in 2022 for $80. The last sale I could see here that's anywhere near 2026 was June 23rd of 2025. No grade was listed for $75. In terms of slabbed, the most recent sale was $225 in September of last year for $225. The average is about $177. 9.6 went for $100, and a 10 in 2023 went for $1,896. Insane. But that is an insane book. So thank you, Nick the Comic Nerd, guys. Go check him out. I don't even know if he does fresh content anymore, but he does on Instagram every once in a while. I've seen some content. I'm going to see if I can actually find Nick's. I know. Let's see. I know when he posts new stuff, usually I get alerts for it. Yeah, so I think the last post is when he gave away these books. So let's see. Here's Nick. Raiders were LA, then Oakland, now Las Vegas. What the fuck? Right. But weren't the Raiders Oakland before they were LA? Weren't they Oakland, LA, Oakland, and then Vegas? Right. Crime rate. Hey, man, the Raiders. Right? The dark hole. Yeah, the Raiders were nomadic. All right. Yeah. Bratty kids. And what's up, Bobby? Bobby De La Ghetto in the house. There you go. Nick the Comic Nerd. So, yeah, it looks like Nick's last actual post on Instagram was where he did this. This is one of the books I won right here. Final Grand Slam giveaway. Showing some of the books. I didn't get that one. That's the first appearance of Bane's daughter. That Silver Surfer 50 was cool. This book, though, nice. I got that one. Didn't get that. Ooh, I think Roscoe got that one, the Infinity Gauntlet book. But those are some nice books. So, yeah, that looks like the last post from Nick. Let's see. 6 hours ago. Anyone else play TCG online? There you go. That's Pokemon. What is this? Comic in nope, not even a hashtag. Comic in the bank. Halloween Havoc. The Hunt this Saturday, 9:30 p.m. All right. So, yeah, Nick, thank you. Thank you so much to Nick the Comic Nerd for this hookup. This is a beautiful book. 9.8 sale. Last one was over 200 beans. That's insane. just giving it away. It's like a $30 book, raw. And one of the very last recorded sale of that book, guys, is over $80, right? Or 75. Over $75 for the last sale of that book. I'm kind of tempted to go on eBay and look it up. I mean, not that I'm going to sell it, but I might get it CGC'd. Even though I'm not in love with getting the modern books CGC'd anymore. I think the older books are a little better to get slabbed. I don't know. Modern books I like to read modern books. They just don't float my boat with slabs anymore. I used to get modern books slabbed all the time. Don't get me wrong. Trying to see if there's a last sold here on eBay. All right, so Bobby, keep your mask on. What? Bobby's a grown-ass man. He does what he wants. I'm sorry, the Chiefs are out, Bobby. I blame that Tay Swift. I blame injuries and them just getting old. Man, we'll be back. Damn, Taylor Swift told you guys it would be over with the name of her tour. Era. KC will be for sure. I just wish my boys would do what I know they're capable of. They got some talent, the boys, but they almost made the playoffs, right? They were like a win or two away, and then it just didn't happen. All right, so I did a little search on eBay, and the last sold was a 140. Look, and this isn't even. It's not even graded. Like, it's not CGC graded. It's just a raw copy. Went for $148.99. This book. And it didn't go for $148.99. It was a best offer, but still, I can't imagine somebody took $100 off that and accepted a $48, right? Maybe $20. Let's say they took $50 off. It's still sold for almost $100. That's insane. That's insane that this book would have been given away. So again, Nick, thank you. 9.8 went for $289.95, December 2nd. Look at that. With the custom Invincible label. Insane. That's crazy. This is the with the trade, but that's only 250 copies. That's why that one sold for so much. Because usually trade dress implies a higher print count, not a lower print count. Look, this one went for 150, not graded. 200 on this one. Wow. That's insane, giving away this book. I know personally, if this book was in my collection, probably not giving it away. So I give Nick a lot of credit for giving this book away. Because, man, that's insane. But, all right. That's enough of me going, wow. But that is insane that Nick would give me this book. Nick the Comic Nerd, just crazy. I'm waiting to see if there's a tear in the book. I don't see anything super wrong with this book. I don't know. I'll take it out. I'll check it. But upon first glance, that book looks clean. Clean. Got to shake it off. I mean, I'm a Giants fan. We shake it off every year. Maybe it's lack of cocaine. Got to get the playmaker back on the team. Nick is a beauty. Yeah, that's awesome. Nick is good people. It's nothing but love and respect for that man. Right? Right? All right. Oh yeah, before I head out, let's do one last. Might as well. We'll do one last giveaway. One last duck giveaway. So we'll do 3 for the night. All right, let me share that with you, and boom. Hashtag Nick Rocks. So go ahead and put that in. One last duck, I would, except for the fact that Nick rocks. So Nick gets the last hashtag of the night. The cocaine in Spain can be found mostly in the lane, or can be found in the lane. And we can do that too. Nick rocks, all caps. Nick rocks. What's the difference between this and this? Like, what am I? If I do this, am I doing double wolves? Woo. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I feel like right now I'm just summoning all sorts of bad mojo Jojo. So I should probably just stop. Yes, I forgot mostly. Oops. All right. Put these guys back in here. All right. So yeah, this is awesome book. That'll go into the yes pile. What else? This is also an awesome book. We're definitely gonna keep this guy. Gonna keep this guy. We got to get these in backboards. That's an awesome cover. I think we're gonna give that away, though. David Finch. I'm thinking about keeping it, but we'll give that to the peoples. I have to check the collection. If I don't have these, I'll keep it. If I have these will go to the people. But I'm pretty sure I have that entire run of Justice League. Swamp Thing Future State #1. Ram V, excellent writer. We'll read it and then maybe give it away. And then I'm pretty sure 100% I have this book. So we got some nephews and nieces who would probably appreciate a little comic box for themselves. Hashtag Nick's Socks. I'll take any Spider-Mans you have extras of. Yeah, I will chop some books too. I actually have a thing of books for you. I think I told you this. I have it's like a series of books, but I'm missing one issue. And I need to find that issue. I'm just gonna send you the package anyway. with the one issue, like in the middle. It's like issue 6 or something's missing. But I think you'll appreciate it. The series I pulled for you. So I know Dagger likes Thor. So I got a bunch of the Immortal Thor, by the way. And this is issue 1. But also this foily version is issue #1. Little foily Thor. And then if that wasn't enough, here's another issue #1 of the Immortal Thor. So this is actually the A cover. And then this foil version, I think, is the B cover. I think. And then this cover, I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. No idea. All I know is it's a bunch of Thor. Where's the best place for bags and boards now? Online ordering. There used to be a place in Canada, Proline or something. Not so much anymore because of tariffs. I don't think they're the best. If you get direct from BCW, but you have to order like a decent amount, right? So if you're only looking to get like a bag of 100, I don't think you can. I think you have to order like, I don't know, 1,000 sleeves and boards. I'm actually looking at their website right now. Oh, well, they have pre-made packs, which you get bags and boards. So you get 50 bags and boards for $20. That's not a great price, but it is. It's not a horrible price. It's almost what you would pay in a comic shop, right? It's like 40 cents per bag and board. So it looks like you can now order just one bag of 100 bags per pack. So I'll let you check this out. But I think ordering direct from BCW is actually not that bad. Now, I get my bags and boards from my comic shop, my local comic shop, but they give me a pretty good price on the stuff. They cut me a pretty good deal. So honestly, I can't recommend them because when you pay shipping and all that, it's not going to be, Alex Ross. That's right. Ross, the boss. Amazon's not bad either. So, I mean, I threw in the BCW. Here, I'll show you the website. Right. So they do the pre-made. That's $19.99 for 50. So that's bags and boards. So that's 40 cents a piece, bag and board. Right. So bag and board for 40 cents. I mean, it was 20 cents back in the 90s. So it's gone up double. Pre-made resealables. Yeah, that's the same thing. Modern bags, $7.99 per pack. If you get 5 packs, there's $6.99 a pack, and if you get 10 packs, they're $5.99 a pack. So 10 packs would cost you roughly $60, $59.99. That's not horrible. And that's just the bags. Then you got to get the boards. Let's see, current modern, resealable, current modern. I like the resealable bags better. That's what I typically use. So, and I haven't had I've had some malfunction, meaning the entire strip came off, but for the most part, they stay sealed. By the way, Thor #1, Donny Cates. And here's a Nick Klein, Thor #1, Donny Cates. Yeah, I prefer the resealable. Like BCW, I would start with BCW and then go to eBay and even check Amazon. See what the prices are there. Trying to remember what the Canada what their website was, Comic Pro Line. So let's see if Comic Pro Line is still a thing. So this is Comic Pro Line. Ross the Boss. I got 5 on it. Are those resealable bags good? I like the resealable bags. Honestly, you don't need any extra tape. There is, so when you first, use the adhesive, you have to remove this plastic strip. So those things are very staticky, and sometimes I find them stuck to a sock or something like that. Not the best thing in the world, but also not the worst. Probably horrible for the environment, though. If you're an environmentalist, I would say maybe don't go with the resealable bags. Like in all honesty, like those things produce a lot of plastic waste. Talking about it makes me feel bad. Is it more cheaper to get bag and board online than getting it from the comic shop? That depends on your comic shop. So if your comic shop offers a deal, offers it wholesale instead of retail. My comic shop, I have over 10 subscriptions at my comic shop. So basically, I think I'd have lost the store, and I've never seen this deal anywhere else. And if they got rid of it, I would probably buy a bunch of bulk before they got rid of this sale. They give me 40% off. So I think bags and boards are like $20. So I get 40% off of that. So I get my, not bags and boards. Boards are $20. So I get my boards for 12, and the bags are $12. So what's that? It's like $240 off or whatever it is. So I get I think it's like $950 or $960. I get my boards at, am I doing the math right? No, I did not do the math right on that. It's like $750 or $760, sorry. So a little bit cheaper actually than it would have been ordering direct from BCW. I'm basically getting it at cost or a little bit under cost. But yeah, I would say if you're, check the prices, check BCW, check some of the other websites, and then check your store. Usually I feel it's cheaper to get it online. Now you have to factor in shipping. So a lot of these will offer free shipping after you order X amount, right? If you have Amazon Prime, it's free shipping as long as you're getting it from Amazon, right? Or whatever Prime limits it to. Sometimes it is also just the stores. You can get free shipping with Prime, right? eBay depends on the seller. I feel technically it's always cheaper to get the books, get the supplies online than in stores. But my store is an exception, if you will. There you go. Free shipping on orders of $99 or more. So I feel it's easy when you get the bags and the boards. You get 10 bags, 10 boards. You get 5 bags and 5 boards. You get pretty close. So with BCW, ordering a bag, I got 5. How about boxes for comic collections? Again, my shop does a discount, right? So I feel like going to my shop is better than ordering online now. For me personally, I feel like buying boxes is cheaper on eBay if I'm not. So I get the plastic slab. So if I didn't have my shop, let me preface that because I buy my boxes at my shop. But I have bought the CGC graded comic boxes. They're plastic, not cardboard ones, the plastic ones that I believe BCW makes. The cheapest price I've found was on eBay, so not directly from BCW. not on Amazon, but on eBay. There are sellers on eBay that if you order more than one, give you a percentage off. So if it's 10%, 20%, 15%, sometimes 7%, and usually they offer free shipping. So if you're going to order more than one box, I feel like Amazon is okay, but eBay is a better option because the sellers on eBay are give you more with quantity. Ain't that the truth, man? All that plastic. There is a lot of plastic in comic bags, and occasionally, I feel like every 10-ish years, maybe 15, definitely at 20, you kind of have to swap those bags out because they start to go bad. I got Optimist Prime. Always optimistic. Bobby, don't post much on YouTube, but the man is a legend. Sub him out and check out his Facebook. Bobby is a legend in the way that Chop is a legend, just supporting people. So I've seen Bobby and I've seen Chop do content too. Excellent stuff. And they just shine as supporters. So that's awesome. There you go. All right. I was showing this Comic Line Pro. Yeah, this is in US dollars. I believe you can convert here. Oh, look, they have all the countries because they ship. So, yeah, Comic Line Pro, enjoy free shipping on orders of $100 or more. They got bags, boards, clear boards, so much more. Oh, look at this. No tariffs on any orders. So they got rid of the tariffs. All right. So I don't know if they subscribe for promotions, so monthly promotions or weekly. I don't know. No tariffs on any orders. So look at that. They got rid of the tariffs. So that's interesting. All right. I know because I was looking at them for a while and then I stopped because tariffs. But they have all sorts of good stuff here. Comic bags in bulk. Look, you get 1,000 loose bags per case for $44.99. That's current size, regular size, silver regular size, and silver. Silver size is a 1/4 inch wider than silver regular size, and regular size is 1/8 of an inch bigger than current size, and silver regular size is 1/8 of an inch bigger than regular size, or 1/4 of an inch bigger than current size. All right. It really depends on how much space you want in your books. Now, I know a lot of people who buy the silver, even for modern, because they like a little looser bag. Honestly, I would recommend silver regular or regular size because you don't want too much space. You don't want your books sliding in there, right? That's how you get rub. You get the ink to rub off the back of your comics. Again, there's a fine line between having a bag that's too tight and having a bag that's too loose. And so like regular size or silver regular size kind of helps that. Silver regular size is kind of cool if you want to use the same bag for both silver age and current. So your modern books may have a little bit more room, but then your silver age books are going to be just a little bit tighter going into that bag. Right? If you don't mind using different bags, and you can get silver size for your silver age. And if you want a little extra room for your modern books, then you get regular size. All right. If you want them super tight, you get the silver regular size for your silver age books, and you get the current size for your modern books. That's kind of right. So tight on the books, and then a little bit of space on the books. If you use this for everything, you get a little bit of space on your silver size books, and you get a lot of space on your modern books, which I think, to me, is a detriment. You'll have other collectors who say they like it and it's fine. And you know what? If you're not moving your books around a lot, it probably is fine. All right. The thickest and most beloved paperboards in the entire market, and these are the books, right? 50 packs, 1433, 1433, 1433. Now I'm paying about that. Right? Yeah, I'm paying roughly. I'm paying $14, $15 for mine at my shop. Now I'm not getting Comic Pro line though. I'm getting BCW boards. Yeah, I wanna. Yeah, I think it's under 16. So I might be paying $1 more for my bags and boards. What is this? These are the boards again. Just get the boards that fit your so these are ultra thick, by the way, 56 point boards, and then these are 24, and you get 1,000 in these, so you get twice as many. These are 50 packs. Sorry, these are 50 packs, so you can only get 50 of those. But for 1,000 on the 24 point boards, you get these. And again, get the board that goes with the bag, because if you get silver size boards and current size bags, your boards aren't fitting in your bags. Conversely, if you get, let's say, current size boards and you get silver size bags, your boards will fit, but there'll be like a gap, like a 1/2 inch gap in between the board and the bag, right? So your book can still bend if it's not on the board specifically, okay? And it'll be like it's a quarter, and then an eighth, so that's 3/8. Yeah, so you'll have roughly 3/8 spacing between the board and, so almost a 1/2 inch, right? Between the board and between the board and the bag. If I'm doing my fractions correctly in my head. Let's see. Quality companies will pay them. Video. Oh, Jim's here. Proline is sold out of the short boxes. They had 15 for $88. That's cheap. Yeah, that's probably why it's sold out. So yeah, Proline, now that they're not doing tariffs, I would say Proline might be the cheapest way to go. Proline and BCW, I think, are the cheapest. Hashtag Three's Company. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard Rogers really say if he's retiring or not. He said he had a really good year. He enjoyed this season playing in Pittsburgh. I think this was his swan song, if you will, but maybe he comes back for one more. Who knows? So many options, right? Silver is what I always buy. I feel modern bags are too tight. See, that's what I'm talking about. Some people think they're too tight. And that is the only time I will say tighter is bad. Yeah. So these are my modern bags, but these are BCW modern bags. I think they're like an 1/8 or 1/16 of an inch bigger than other modern bags. So yeah, a little tighter than usual, but I like them better than putting those books in silver, because I feel like they just slide too much. But like I said, I'll get silver regular or regular size, and that is a little looser. With Proline, they make 4 different sizes, so it's a little bit easier to get the right size that works for you. That's the words I was looking for. Speaking of the right comic that's worth for you, here's another Thor #1. That's cool. If you look very closely, it's a bunch of Thor panels to make up this Thor comic cover. Here's another Thor #1, Ryan Stegman. Why am I showing you Thor comics? I don't know. I was doing it earlier. I did that one time. I had to cut down all my boards. Yeah, if you have if you have a paper cutter, I guess it's easier. If you don't have a paper cutter, Here's the 5th printing of Thor #2. Pretty sure I didn't. Did I buy this? I don't think so. I think I got it for free out of something. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, it sucks having to cut down your boards. 100 model-sized bags and 100 silver-sized boards. I had to cut them down. That's what I figured. One time I got bags that were so tiny that like modern bags wouldn't fit, like modern boards wouldn't fit in the bags. And I was like, is it even worth using these bags? I think they were just irregular. Like something was wrong with them. I should have tried to return them on second thought. It's okay every once in a while to have, landscape comic cover. But yeah, that was #4. I think this is a minor key, Thor #4. The Winter something, I forget what the not the Winter Soldier, by the way. Something to do with space. But yeah, if you're at my personal opinion is Comic Pro, if they have what you're looking for, might be your best bet. $100 equals free shipping. They got trading card supplies too. So, hey, look, Rob had sex. Yeah, check them out. Comic Pro line, and then I would say BCW. Also, they have these plastic bins. So, like, let's say they're not waterproof, but if you're looking to protect your stuff from possible leaks and stuff, these will give you a shot at saving your books before the water penetrates the box. It's plastic, so it's a slightly water resistant, but I would not say that waterproof at all. So don't even quote me on water resistant, because obviously the lid isn't airtight. These seams, I'm 99.9% sure aren't airtight, but if somebody spills a glass of water, you have a shot. That's what I'm saying. You have a shot. Also, they're plastic, so they're not going to crumble. So if you're stacking, vertically your comics, these are good because the boxes won't crush, right? So that is a problem with the cardboard boxes, is as you go higher and higher, they will start to bend, distort, and your comics inside can get damaged. What I like to do is cross my books. So I'll put 3 comic books, let's say, go in this direction. And then if I stack on top of that, though it's a pain in the butt, if I want to get to the books underneath, I'll stack 3 going in the opposite direction, right? So we're going to go this way, and then we're going to go perpendicular, not parallel, but perpendicular to the books. And then, cross hatching would basically, the higher I go, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. If you want to go out, you go 4, 4. Actually, I don't know if you can go 4. I think 3 is the most you can, if you do that pattern. Then you could do 6 and 6. So, but yeah, that's kind of how I do it. Get some caulking for them. Yeah, I mean, nobody's stopping you from sealing the seams, right? Especially if you're worried about floods and stuff. I just wouldn't seal the tops. So you'll have about a foot of water form before it gets to the top of the box. But yeah, nothing's stopping you from sealing the seams. Her face turned red as the glass of wine that she spilled on my comics as she was wasting my time. Oh shit. Got a little rhyme going. But yeah, BCW and Bobby De La Ghetto with the rhymes. Yeah, again, BCW and Comic Pro Line are the sites I would use if you're trying to find cheap stuff. And don't feel afraid to compare that to Amazon or eBay. I find that sometimes you'll find a better price on eBay just because you're looking at eBay shops looking to get rid of inventory. All right. All right. We still haven't run this. So don't drink in comics, Bobby. Right. All right. So we're going to run this. If anybody hasn't put that in, I know some people have left the room already because it looks like we have more entries than people watching. And that's because I have gone way over my usual time. And I don't even feel that tired. I felt more tired when we first started the show than now. I feel like I'm just getting my second wind. But if you haven't put in Nick Rocks, I'll give you like another minute. So in that minute or so, we'll show a couple of books. That'll give you, anybody who came in late, an opportunity to put that in. And then we're going to spin it. Another Thor number 4. And if you thought we were done with Thor number 4, haha. Nope, because here's another Thor number 4. This is the Spider-Woman variant. Here's Thor number 5, the Black Winter. That's what I was thinking of. So Thor number 4 is like the first cameo of the Black Winter. And then Thor number 5, this is the third printing. This is the first cover appearance of the Black Winter Thor. I don't know. Let's see. We've got the 4th printing of Thor number 5. I really went in on the Donny Cates Thor. Here's the 4th print. Is this the 4th printing? 2nd printing, sir. Excuse me. 2nd printing of Thor number 5. Here's the 4th printing of Thor number 5. Here's another 5th printing of Thor number 5. Never. Let's see. Let's catch up. Catch up on the chat. I see we have some new people coming in here too. Nick has rocks. Don't throw rocks at Nick. Rick Ross, you were drinking cola. Here we got Thor number 6. Never too many Thors. Never at all. I don't disagree with the next one. What's up, Rising Rhino? What's up, Rich? Vegas, baby. Did you see that debauchery of a game? Because we were watching over here, honestly. We should have stopped by for a little bit, but we're too busy. Oh, this is the Blackstone, the Infinity, first appearance of the Infinity Blackstone, I believe. Here's Thor number 6. Here's Thor number 7. After that lady dropped wine on his comics. Here's Thor number 7 again. Everybody trying to prove they're worthy. Let's see. What's up, Vogs? Vogs is in the house. W Vogs. Hope you're doing good, Will. Yeah, buddy. Put in hashtag Nick Rocks. Dang, there's a lot of copies of Thor. I have Thor for days. Yeah, I got that one. 9.8. It's another Thor 7, by the way. I told you I went hard on this Thor series. Like, I'm not even lying. I got so many of the Donny Cates Thor run. Double down. Double down, double down, double down. You win double. You know what the good thing about a double down is? You win double. You know what the bad thing about a double down is? You lose double. All right. All right. All right, let's spin this. The amount of times I've doubled down and won, like every double down, and lost every other hand, insane. Like, it either keeps you even or you lose money. It's insane. But you're like, I won every double down. There's Voxy, Voxy with the duck. All right. So for those of you who are winning ducks on my channel, so you understand, you haven't really won anything but a duck, a virtual digital duck. So the first Monday in February, we will have a duck race, and you have a shot at winning a comic prize pack. All right, which may include some Pokemon stickers, because we just got these from Nick the Comic Nerd, and pretty cool stuff. So we're gonna put those in this box too. All right, what I win? Virtual duck. So yes, so come back first Monday in February. We will be doing the duck race, and you are included in that duck race. So I can't make duck a la orange at the end of the month. You can make virtual duck a la orange if you want. You just got to find your duck and do that. But all right, guys, I think it is time for me to head out. I want to go to Vegas, but just not right now. Yeah, so we will get well. I know, right? These sniffles, it's crazy. I really think it's just allergies. So, and you're like, allergies? It's the winter time. What allergies? I was cleaning up a bunch of collectibles, so I should have actually brought some in here to show you guys, because there's some good stuff that I've been pulling out, but we'll do that next time. All right. We'll do that on Monday. So there you go. All right. Good night, everybody. We got to do, a little dance, do a little dance, make a little love, get down in that, get down in that. Yeah, that's right. If Bobby was on the show, he'd be hooking you up with the verses, as I converse on the comics with the verses, because you know what, women got purses, and I be using it about my comics, so just stop it. I'm all chronic, and you know what, I'm going out tonic, and you know, because I love the gin phonics, because I'm hitting you with the hydroponics. Yeah, I went too many syllables on hydroponics, or I should have said it faster, because I like my gin and tonics, but I compare that to gin and tonics. Gin and tonics is like the hydroponics of the liquid source. You know what? When you watch the show, it ain't no bore. So you know what? It's sore because I'm ego, feel me, but not the Philly kind. Because I'm just dealing with the New York kind. Because I'm a giant, and you can't understand where my mind is. Where my mind is, so just time it. Because I'm like a clock, and I've got the blocks. Because I'm building it like Legos. So let's go. Because I read you like Eggo waffles. Got the Costco card. Trying so hard to not be a bore, so don't you dare ignore what's going on here. So you hit the floor with the door. All right, that's it. Because I was gonna go with the green door and then the Hulk, and then you know what? Because I got these muscles like the bulk, but it's going too far ahead. Sorry about that, guys, by the way. Sorry. Sometimes it gets late. I lose myself. Don't forget to check out Dagger's fundraiser, all right? He's doing alcohol-free January in honor of his dad who passed away from esophageal cancer. Try saying that 5 times fast. Rest in peace. In 2021. So go ahead on over there. It's for the Canadian Cancer Society. It's a good cause. Dagger always doing great work. Go check that out. He's allergic to comics. I'm allergic to the dust on the comics, all right? Dance party. Big E. There you go. Bobby, hopefully I did you right. Some of those rhymes were whack. But you know what? When you stack them on stack on stacks, it's like comics on racks on racks. Spinner rack. So now I'm done. Peace out. That's my track. All right, guys. That's it. That's all I got for you. So again, everybody, have a great night. For those of you who are never coming back after that rap, I am so sorry. Please come back, especially you, Ron. You too, Dagger. Bobby. I know Bobby's coming back. Bobby's like, man, I got this chunk beat with the raps, so Joffrey, please come back. Boggs, come back. Rising Rhino, come back. If I forgot you, please come back. You're still here. Chop, come back. All right, guys. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. So, all right, guys. Peace, deuces. We're out. Tomorrow, I'll be dropping my comic book haul video. Not comic book haul video, sorry. New comic book day preview video. My previews of the new comic books coming out for the week. All right. So if you want to know what's in shops on Wednesday, I'll drop that video tomorrow. And then Wednesday we'll do new comic book day Y with friends possibly. So Psychotronic Square Gun may pop in for a cameo. Last week he got caught up in a call. We had to call the roofers. So we didn't do Wednesday show, but he should be making a cameo appearance this Wednesday. Hopefully. And that's it. I mean, I'll do a comic unboxing video. I'll probably do a shout out video for Nick, comic nerd from those books he passed my way. So we'll do that. And then, yeah, look out for whatever's clever, my friends. So again, have a great week. Take it easy. Have a great rest of the evening. On the West Coast, enjoy your night as it winds down. On the East Coast, get to bed after midnight. All right, guys. Peace, deuces, we're out. Have a great night.